Welcome back to Living Local. It's another Farmers Market Friday. Tomorrow, the Freight House will be celebrating the start of its outdoor season, meaning more local vendors with local products. Today, we are meeting one of those vendors who is going green and giving back with her business. Joining me in studio, you have Kate Price, not my sister, not related, unfortunately. I feel like we could be, though. She is the owner and artist of Just Kate. Kate, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So when did you first discover your love for art?
Always as a kid. I was always the crafty one in the family. My mom's a hippie and still is, so I think I gained that from her. So it's always been a hobby, just to keep busy.
Wonderful. It's great that you could use your passion and turn it into a business. So how did Just Kate get started?
Prior to this, I was in finance banking for about 15 years. Loved it, loved the companies I worked for, but slowly realized I am not built for working behind a desk. So this was kind of a hobby, and as soon as my son was old enough to kind of get out on his own, I realized, okay, it's time for me to do what I want to do. And took a leap of faith and quit the corporate America and started this.
Wow, I love stories like that. Doing what you love, taking that leap of faith. What kind of items do you make, Kate?
This. I do reclaimed, most of it's reclaimed wood. I do the signs. I also do these wine bottle chimes. So those I cut with a wet saw, and they're wine chimes. And I do bird feeders as well. I did not bring any of those, but basically it's the signs, the wind chimes, and some earrings.
Oh, neat. I didn't even notice that. Look at that. That's
Little
so
pieces
cool.
of wood.
Okay, so first let's start with the signs. I was having so much fun before we even went on air here looking at all the creativity. I went on your Facebook page. What inspires your designs?
Sunday mornings with Pinterest, coffee, and jazz patio. That's kind of my inspiration, where I get a lot of my ideas. And just my dogs. I would say 90% of my signs are dog related. I have 3 rescue dogs, and they are a lot of inspiration. But just stuff I see when I'm out and about. Sometimes it's just phrases somebody might say. It's just everything. 24/7.
Okay, you have one here about wine and dogs. Where's that one?
It's over there.
Okay, and this one says, one doesn't survive on wine alone. They also need a dog. And I love that one. I feel, because I'm a wine lover and a dog lover, so I feel like you probably just can relate with a lot of people when you're making these. So what's the process look like? And obviously we have some different designs here, so everyone's going to have kind of a unique process, but typically walk me through like the start and the beginning of a project.
Half of the work is just processing the wood. A lot of it is recycled. I go to the restore for some of the big chunkier wood. I don't have an example here. But some of this is even just reclaimed picket fence wood. A lot of my friends will call and say, hey, I saw some wood, or someone's getting rid of their fence. I'm like, okay, I'm on it, drop what you do, fill up the car. But processing the wood, cut, stain, distress, and then the other half is the actual painting of it, which is all hand painted. It's not a stencil, it's not a Cricut, it's all hand painted. So they are time consuming, but I do templates from a Word doc. I print it out backwards on wax paper, so that's kind of my guideline. Then it's hand painted from there. So kind of a cheat, but at the same time it kind of keeps me in line there.
No kidding, they look incredibly professional. And then the wind chimes are so neat. I've never seen a wine wind chime before. So walk us through the process. Oh, that's a loud thing. Hello. On a windy day, I'm sure that makes some noise. So walk us through the process of making one of these.
Well, you start with having lots of friends and family that drink wine.
Okay, well, we're friends now, so I've got a lot of wine bottles I could give you.
Lots we've emptied ourselves, and lots are donated from friends. And then I just bought just your typical wet saw that you use for like tile. I cut that. That took some precision. Eventually I got that one down pat, and then I sand it with like 2000 grit sandpaper, and then you assemble the whole thing.
Wow. Well, that's beautiful and practical. I love how you're reusing stuff that like maybe would have gone into a landfill or something like that. So that's wonderful. What's the most rewarding part of what you do at Just Kate?
Loving Sunday nights again. I'm not sad on the weekend knowing I have to go to work on Monday. I'm like, oh, I get to go, and I work 7 days a week. There's weekends I'll work, but I love actually looking forward to going to work. I don't dread it. Absolutely love Monday morning to get back into the rhythm of this, and just doing what I love. It's very rewarding.
No Sunday scaries. That sounds like a great life to me.
Nope.
So how long have you been a vendor at the farmers market?
This will be my second full year. I did a half year the first time I did it. Last year was my first full year, and this will be my second full year.
That's great. So
yeah.
what's it like being part of that experience?
The market is awesome. It's the first job that I absolutely love, looking forward to getting up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday, every Saturday. And the vendors there are amazing. The people that shop there, it's like a natural high. When you go there, you're just happy, you go home, and it just kind of lingers. You're like, I just love Saturdays at the market.
Definitely.
Even if you're just a shopper, but being a vendor, a lot of them, other vendors have become family and friends, so it's a lot of fun.
And real quick, Kate, with the flooding, what do people need to know for the first opening tomorrow?
We are going to be at the Scott County Administration Building. It's on Western and 4th. There's a big parking lot. We won't have our assigned places, so if you have a favorite vendor, you do have to look for them, but we will be there. I'm packing my car today, looking forward to tomorrow, but we are still going to be there. The Saturday and Sundays are still there. The Wednesdays are postponed probably for a couple of weeks until we can get back to our normal spot. So
Definitely.
We will be there every Saturday and Sunday until further notice.
They are relocated, but that doesn't mean we can't get out there and support them
Yes.
tomorrow. I love the farmers market. Definitely a great opportunity to check out some local vendors. Kate, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, you can find Just Kate at Just Kate Design on Facebook or at the Freight House Farmers Market. That's from 8 to 1 tomorrow. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local continues right after this.